This lush rural landscape on India's southern tip isn't where a techie would typically find his place of work. But Vignesh did. He works for Zoho, a $5 billion technology enterprise that's brought skilled tech jobs close to his rural hamlet. Living here means Vignesh can follow his other big passion while doing his day job as a busy techie, cultivating a small forest.
Working here allows me to live near my parents. The weather is much nicer and I'm close to nature. I can do things like creating this forest.
India has some of the most crowded cities in the world. Office goers spend hours on their commute to work every day. But Zoho believes you don't need to be in the big city to build world-class software. These employees live close to their familiar roots, but build products that compete with Silicon Valley giants like Google, Microsoft, and Salesforce. Starting about a decade ago with just 6 employees, this rural office of Zoho's now houses 750 techies. This is an initiative that hopes to address a number of our problems: decongesting the big cities, halting rural brain drain, and the revival of India's villages and small towns. The local economy of this village has boomed after Zoho set up shop. This cafe, for instance, gets 70% of its business from Zoho employees, and the company now wants to create 100 village offices across the world.
We are able to retain people for longer terms, and I think that's the biggest value add for a company like us, which looks at it long term. We've always had attrition numbers in single digits, essentially. It's always been less than 10.
Great for companies then. But what about employees?
You probably land up having a better quality of life personally, but that comes at a price. There are many push factors, right, that push us towards looking at urban areas. For one, just more opportunity, the ability to network, higher pay. So a lot of that lands up pushing us towards, moving out of villages into big cities.
But 1 in 10 Indians who moved to the village during the pandemic have not returned to the city. Rural offices like Zoho's will only enable more to make that choice. Nikhil Inamdar, BBC News in Tenkasi, India.